Making YouTube videos.
Do you think you'd ever be making YouTube videos?
No.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video with your boy Jordan. I got JD here. JD's wife, girlfriend, wife. What are y'all?
Basically wife, 7
wife. call her wife. We're here at what is his name?
Eddie.
Eddie's house. And this is the BMW that you guys saw a couple of videos ago with the LS2 in it. We're gonna do a full video on it. He wanted us to go drive it and, you know, make a full YouTube video on it. So I was really excited to do that. I already kind of wanted to do that. And so when he said, definitely do that, you got a GoPro, I was like, yeah, I'm excited because this thing weighs 2,100 pounds and makes what, like probably
360?
Yeah, we'll probably end up making like 360 wheel. It's probably gonna spin a lot. It only has 275s in their street tires, so this is gonna be exciting.
Don't expect to hear that from a BMW. The crazy thing, guys, we have AC.
That's nice.
We have AC. This hot summer in North Carolina, this is awesome.
It is what, like 95 degrees today?
95 degrees. Already feel lazy throttle, and the shifts are really wonky and hard for a car this weight. You know, this tune's gonna be for a GTO or a G8. And it's gonna be trying to shift 3,600 pounds.
It kind of shifts hard in the second.
Right.
I see what he was saying now.
Yep.
So Eddie was saying that it shifts like really hard in the second. I don't mind that though. Maybe his wife doesn't like that. I don't know, but I don't mind it.
So the reason for that is because the computer's trying to shift a transmission that would be in a 3,600 pound car. You know, this is 2,100, so it's a little bit too much pressure, line pressure.
A lot too much.
I think that would be awesome on this is paddle shifters, like an actual like manual shift mode.
Yeah, paddle shifters would be really nice in this.
Guys, it's a manual automatic, all right?
A manual automatic?
It's a manual automatic.
They're still gonna hate. We're still gonna get some hate. Oh, I really enjoyed that LS2 BMW until I realized it's an automatic.
All right, guys, here's the main rule. You ready for this?
Puke emoji.
You ready for this? Manual cars win you girls in high school. Automatic cars win you races. So which one do you want? High school girls or money? That's not a BMW speedometer or cluster. Yeah, that's awesome.
Looks really nice.
He's got water temp, battery voltage, oil pressure, and gas level.
What do we got down here? Oh, it's just the time. That's cool.
Just the clock.
I like that. I like that.
No radio, because where we're going, we don't need music.
We definitely don't need radio in this thing.
Apparently they've done some weight savings in here somehow. He was telling us, can't really remember. But he's done some weight savings to shave off about 600 pounds, what he said. So 2,100 ought to be where it's at with the Z3.
That's so light with an LS2.
Yeah, with an LS2. It actually drives really good.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I can't even put my foot down a quarter of the way.
What was that? Was a tire spin?
That was tire spin.
So that feels weird.
Yeah.
On this.
You were sitting right on the top of the rear axle. That sounded like something wrong with the dip.
That sounded weird. What was that, like quarter throttle?
That was quarter throttle.
So quarter throttle in second gear, and it's already trying to like just
blow the tires off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure full throttle and it's just gonna full on rolling burnout, no traction.
That's just rolling into it. Third.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm unhappy with it.
You're unhappy with it?
I'm unhappy. We can do so much better than this.
Why are you unhappy?
Man, people just, they do a LS swap, they put the computer in, they get it running, and they say that's good enough. It's not.
Well, no, he's rolling the windows down.
We want to hear it.
He looks serious.
Way too hard.
Did the chair just move? My chair moved.
I feel like what we're hearing is the exhaust rattling on something. Yeah. I don't think it's a dip. I think it's the exhaust rattle. Look how nimble it is.
It's very nimble.
Oh God.
What?
I'm in trouble. I've never seen a dude. I drive that road every single day. I've never seen a cop there.
I mean,
I wonder if he's sitting there because of me.
Maybe.
on the lift, guys. See what's going on with that noise. I dig it. It's a little bit nose heavy. Whenever you get on the brakes, the back end kind of squealed a little bit, but it feels nice.
Yes. Definitely gives you that feeling like you're in a really light car.
Little go-kart.
Yeah.
We definitely have to figure out what's going on with the rear end. Oh, there's another cop.
It's the second cop we passed. This is because you got me riding with you.
Yeah.
This is always what happens to me. I'll do like one pull in the Cobra and be like, how was the cop just there during that one pull?
Okay, it's probably not good both of us being in a car, because in high school I was known for the one being in the car whenever you always got pulled over.
So before I was like 22, I was pulled like 24 times. Like from 16 to 19, I was pulled like 20 times.
It's about the same, because I drove a red Porsche as a high schooler, so they...
Blacked out Cobra, every time I would go to like Huntington Forest.
Our alma mater, people.
Yep.
Check it out.
If any of you guys are from Gastonia or from around here, you might know this school.
This prison, more like it.
It's called Fartsy. That's where we went to school.
Yeah, the stomping grounds, you know, back whenever we thought we were hot shit. There's a freaking third cop. Third cop, people.
Fast 3 cops.
Third cop.
Something else.
Guys doing all that. That's the noise right there.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What is that?
That diff bolt solution right there for one. But even without it though, it's gonna move because there's no support here. It's just going straight across from here to here. Yeah. So without it, it's still gonna move.
So that's not the tires making that noise. It's something with the diff being loose.
Bushing.
Bushing. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not any. Is that something to worry about or not really?
I'd put a new mount right there and see what it does. Honestly.
Like probably like stay out of it.
This one's not doing it. This side. Just this side. It might have just backed loose. Let's see.
Man, that would be weird if it just came loose. Probably because I rode in it.
Yep, Mustang boys doing Mustang things. Right?
Yeah, that's just what happens. Things de-thread when I'm in them.
That's a hell of a lot better.
Wow, so that was what was making it loose up there? It looks like that makes a big difference.
I think the front's fine because it needs to flex a little bit whenever you like drive.
Yeah. So while I'm driving the BMW to go get some glamour shots, I thought I would talk to you guys and let you guys know what I think about it. So, number one, this is the smallest car that I've ever been in. Number two, this thing was literally meant for 120 horsepower. It has almost 400. It's insane. Like I don't want to say it scares me, but it feels like you're just in a little go-kart with a crap ton of power. But at the same time, it rides really, really, really well. Like shockingly well. State trooper. For what it is, like I was really surprised that this thing rides so well. And I'm really glad that we got the diff tightened up. So there were some diff screws that were just kind of coming out. I guess whoever put this car together didn't put red Loctite on the diff screws. So we heard some rattling when we were in the throttle a little bit. Also, the brake and the gas are extremely close to each other. So, you know, if you had really big feet, it would be very difficult to drive this thing. This thing is so snappy from first to second. Give it a little bit of gas right here. So I'm like an 8 through the throttle. This thing does not have to try hard whatsoever to accelerate. To accelerate. So this car is a 4-speed automatic with an LS2 from a GTO in it, which is crazy. What kind of car could I put an LS2 in? Z Series BMW. It's insane. You see how it just jolts into first to second? Already up to 40, barely even trying whatsoever. I'm sure you guys have seen like LS swapped Miatas and obviously like the old AC Cobra with the big block Ford motors, but I've never seen a small Z3 BMW with an LS motor. That's kind of new to me. So this is different, and that's why this was built, because it was something really, really different. This car weighs just over 2,000 pounds. and has a freaking LS2 in it. It sounds really, really good too. It's got MagnaFlow axle backs, and it's pretty quiet until you get into it, then it sounds fantastic. Very, very deep and throaty. Listen to that. Listen to that little, I can't go anywhere because there's an Ultima in front of me, but it's got that deep MagnaFlow tone to it. It just feels like a really fast go-kart with an LS engine. You guys ever been to like the little go-kart tracks with your family where you can pay like $20 to get in like a little go-kart, and it just feels really fast because it's so small? This is like a giant version of that, but in BMW form. And I know it's a BMW because the window roll-up buttons are like in the center console. So when I got in, I was like, where are the window roll-up buttons? They're in the center console. Oh, BMW stuff. Any more questions you want to ask, Jordan? No. I'm good. So this engine actually came out of a GTO, if I haven't mentioned that already, which is one reason why it shifts so hard in the second. Like, really? Not bad. That was like a 4th throttle. Since this engine is from a GTO, which weighs nearly 4,000 pounds, the computer in this car thinks that it's still in a GTO and it's shifting like it's in a car that weighs double what this car weighs. So it shifts like a 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo, like the automatic. I don't know if you guys have ever ridden in any the automatic first-gen Gallardos, but they shifted hard. And honestly, I kind of really like it. Like, the owner of this car doesn't want to leave it that way. I understand my guy, but for me, I would probably keep it this way just so I could take people for rides and just like break their necks. I'd be like, oh, it's just an automatic, shifts into the second. And I know like people hate on automatics so much. To have a car this light and this fast, it's this easy to drive, like, it's just, it makes me just want to build an automatic car and be lazy. I think I might have to build an automatic car. Cause like driving the Cobra for almost 10 years now, I'm like, I want to keep driving the Cobra and never sell it and enjoy that car, maybe get another manual car, but I also want to have a performance car that's just easy to drive, like something like the opposite of the Cobra, but that is still fast. So it's been a couple of days since that last cut in the vlog. We fixed everything that was wrong with this. There was not a lot of stuff wrong with it. There were a couple of bolts loose in the diff, which was kind of scary, but we fixed that, so yay. It needed a really bad, like it really badly needed alignment. Like it was way out of line. Like literally the tires were like cambered out there. And there it was, it's still cambered a little bit, but it's way better. Also, it has been dyno tuned. I think it made 300 and something 40 wheel, so around like mid 340s to the wheels with a 4-speed 7R4 transmission. So I just wanted to really quickly go over kind of everything that this car is, just to give you an idea for anyone that wants to build something like this before we do a final drive and just experience just how this thing feels being tuned the correct way with a correct suspension geometry and just everything running like it should, because in the first couple of videos of us driving the car, they had a lot of problems and I didn't want to end the video off on that note. So I said like, hey, let's finish everything and drive the car when it is actually running the way it is supposed to run, so that people that might want to build something like this can kind of reference how this is now. So one thing that I did not know before is this car actually has 0304 Cobra rear suspension. So it has the 0304 Cobra IRS, which is crazy. I didn't realize that, but it does. So I've got an 0304 Cobra IRS, I've got an LS2 GTO engine, and a 700R4. So this car is the only car in the world that has this specific setup. So a 700R4 4-speed transmission, an LS2 GTO motor, and an 0304 Cobra IRS. This is literally the only Z3 BMW that has those specific parts from those specific cars with a 4-speed automatic. than I thought it would.
Yeah. See, it goes straight now instead of like trying to kick you off the side of the road.
That's much better.
Yeah, it drives so much better. Throttle is way more responsive. But the best thing about it is not having the diff bouncing up and back, up and down the frame.
So the diff was what was causing that bumping.
Yeah, so it actually had worked to bolt out of the diff mount, and it was rattling in the frame. And that's what we heard. Some extreme wheel hop.
Well, it does have an 030 for Cobra IRS.
Shall we hit second gear? Goodness, man.
It's intense because it's so small.
Yeah.
Like you just feel all that.
It feels way faster than it is.
Whereas like with something like my Cobra, which makes like way more power, you can feel the weight. Whereas you can feel that this doesn't have the weight.
Yeah. Very nimble. It gets up on the tire and goes. Those aggressive shifts are awesome. And yeah, I can already feel like it doesn't feel as nose heavy as it did whenever we picked it up.
No, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more balanced now. Yeah, he ought to be pretty impressed with this because we took a car that sounded like it was going to break in half whenever you put your foot down, and now it actually...
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that anymore.
Yeah, and it goes straight. But you can feel it just set. Oh, that's awesome. Steering input is not needed.
It's nice.
Definitely just feels like a big good car.
So what are your final thoughts on this car?
Man, whenever we picked it up, I was kind of worried about what we were actually getting ourselves into. And after we got on the lift and figured out what was going on with the diff and some other things that were happening, turned out to be a nice little hot rod. We got 340 horsepower out of it and I think 358 torque.
Certainly the lightest, fastest car I've ever been in as far as like how light it is. Power to weight ratio. Power to weight ratio.
Yeah, power to weight ratio.
It's kind of a tongue twister.
There's only a few things I do differently. Be the transmission. Obviously we're all going to want a manual, and you guys are probably going to talk crap about us in an automatic.
Oh yeah, if this video gets any views, there will be comments about, man, I liked it until I saw that here's an automatic, puke emoji.
All I can say about that is one race.
These are faster.
Yeah, way faster. So all in all, I think we made Eddie happy. We got it aligned. Steering wheel actually sits straight. It says for the first time ever he's on the car. We did a nice height adjustment on it, got the stance good, and I think Eddie will be happy with this one. It was shifting hard enough to break your neck in a second, and now it is
aggressive. Coming from someone like me who has a really aggressive car, this thing is also very aggressive.
Yeah.
It has the Cobra IRS, so it kind of in the turns reminds me a little bit of the Cobra, but it's so much lighter that it's like almost like, I don't want to say it better utilizes it, but you can feel the car a little more because there's so much less weight.
Yeah, and it feels more stable going through the turns too.
Yes.
So, great car, Eddie. We had fun. Thanks for letting us drive it.
All right, so Eddie said that he may want to build more of these.
Yes, so look out, guys. We might be buying some Z3s and doing some LS swaps in them.
I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Maybe not.
Maybe. We'll do manual swaps in them, okay?
Yeah, if any of you guys enjoyed this video, I don't know, but if any of you guys did, leave me a like, comment if you have any questions or concerns, or if you're just gonna leave a troll comment, do your thing. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys next video.
Subscribe.
Much love. So the front is still fairly stiff, but the back is a lot lighter. You can tell just from getting into it a little bit that it squats way harder now.